Welcome to my channel. How you doing, guys? Welcome back to my channel and to another episode of Missing Kids. But before we get to a look at some of the people who were connected to a prime suspect in the perspective of victims, I have just a little bit of catching up to do with you. As some of you may have realized or noticed, I have been suffering lately of stress burnout, and so part of that is the inability to sleep. However, I seem to have gotten past that, and so I'm finally sleeping better again, and so that's one thing that I'm really praising the Lord for, because without sleep I'm nothing. I've also had a little accident. Last Sunday, I managed to sprain my hip for no reason. I was just standing around, and it taught me one thing, that contrapposto is wonderful in art, but it's not particularly good for the human body. Speaking of contrapposto, I have been also busy uploading on my other channel, or at least maybe I'm just about ready to upload, and I've done a couple more segments, and so those will be uploaded very soon. And yes, partly they deal with contrapposto, but I guess I'll just have to keep that under wraps for now. Anyway, let's get on to the story. All right, so I'm ready to go on with the story, and I'm feeling okay now. I don't have any pain from my sprained hip. I have this. I call it my magic potion. It's a wonderful lotion that it automatically makes any kind of muscular pain disappear. And it actually cured two sprained ankles before. And so I'm okay. I am just nothing but a raging ball of joy, aren't I? So ultimately, I decided that I'm going to first speak on the two missing young ladies who one of them was found transpired. They found her remains, but nobody has ever been actually connected to them. Although our prime suspect was investigated in both cases and his DNA was given, nothing ever transpired. And so, hang on. And there are two young ladies that I'm going to be talking about, but it's very brief. And then in a different vlog, we will talk about the ladies who did lead to the suspects to convictions. So, hang on tight. So, the first woman that I'm going to talk about was a young lady who vanished in Germany in 2001. She vanished from the city of Aachen, and her father is still very hopeful to find her, and she's still missing, guys. So, now, bear in mind, this was what, 23 years ago, 22 years ago, and the police did question our prime suspect. He was in the area at the time, and so that's what I was saying before when I was trying to tell you that he always managed to be close by, and so it doesn't necessarily prove that he is absolutely the one who abducted her, but it might bear it might be able to shed some light on the fact that he may be part of a large ring. And so I don't know what. Anyway, this is not going to take very long. The young lady's name was Louise Kerton, and we're going to call her Louise. And she was 24 years old in 2001 when she vanished while traveling from Germany towards the UK. And so she was basically very close to the border. And she was a student nurse from Broadstairs, Kent, and was last seen in July of 2001. And now that is a long time ago, even before 9/11. And so she was trying to actually catch a train, and I doubt that she ever made it. There was no sign of her on the train. She was trying to catch a train from Aachen near the Holland and Belgium border before taking a ferry to Dover. And so, guys, she vanished. She vanished. Her dad, Phil, has never given up hope and trying to find out, he is still trying to find out who and what happened to her and who might have seen her or abducted her. Obviously, somebody crossed her path and ended the course of her travels. And so it's not known if there was anything in Louise's life at that time that was filling her with some sort of tension, if she was running from something. I very much doubt that, because she was traveling, and usually people who are traveling and out and about aren't really experiencing turmoil. So, this guy, Phil, has been following the McCann developments, the case developments very, very closely, because for some reason he thinks that it may be connected to the person who might have abducted Louise. And so he does feel that connection with the Maddie McCann case, and he is actually thinking that it could be the same person. And so, guys, regarding the tragic disappearance of Louise, he is, and also referring to the Madeleine McCann case, he has been encouraging police to keep investigating And he insists that there's something more to all of this, all of these mysterious disappearances. And if it's not a human trafficking ring, guys, it still has to be connected. Some of them have to be connected in some way. And so he says that there's much more to these cases than meets the eye, and they have to be further investigated. And I wholeheartedly agree with him. So I'm going to talk about one more girl, and then I'm going to close off the vlog because I want to get back into the ones. These two girls that I'm talking about in this vlog, they they are not they have never been solved. They have never been linked to any one criminal, and so but they were both women in their early 20s, and so no person has ever been attached to either of their disappearances. And so the next young lady is Monika Polak, and she vanished in Germany in 2010. And so would you believe that our prime suspect for the Maddie McCann case was also investigated for this disappearance? And so she actually is not only necessarily missing, but she was found transpired. And so she did work in a kitchen in Hanover, but she nobody was ever charged with her disappearance, abduction, and murder. And police are still leaving this case open. And so what happened, guys, with the prime suspect is that he was ordered to give a DNA sample during a very massive hunt, and he gave a DNA test. And so again, his DNA is out there, but nothing conclusive ever came of that. So I imagine if he was linked, we would have known by now, right? He very apparently was not linked to this, but again, I don't have the facts in front of me. And so I'm hoping that somewhere along the line, he may be connected to somebody who did do something to Monika. So that brings us to the end of this vlog. And so thank you very much for watching. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye for now.